Good morning.
How y'all? Is everybody here that?
Yes, sir. Looks like no, we're missing the witness.
Huh. We're close.
Let
That
me
would
try
be-
and call the witness real quick, okay? I'll try real quick.
Judge, we Miss Ashley e-filed an order just about 5 or 10 minutes ago because of my delay in getting a signature on it. So we emailed one to Mindy just in case you needed something in front of you.
Okay. And she sent it to me.
I had a truck not start this morning, so I've been sitting there for an hour waiting on a wrecker to come pick it up.
You should buy a newer car.
I know. I learned something about Toyota trucks and how the batteries work. They don't, you know how when a battery used to go out, it would go to, it would make noise or give you some
Give
indication.
you a warning.
It doesn't do that anymore. There's a
It's done.
computer. Yeah, it's a computer thing. Either it's got enough amps or it doesn't, and there's no warning.
All right.
So it was sitting in the parking lot all night.
There you go. All right. Is this everybody?
There we go. Yes.
All right. Wait for him to get hooked up.
You're on mute, sir. You're on mute, Scott.
Yeah, you have to talk really loud if you're gonna be muted.
You
That little red,
just press. Yeah. So Scott, you're going to need to, if you're on a phone, tap your phone and then touch the unmute button. So you just need to unmute it, Scott. You're muted. So you have to tap unmute on your phone or tablet.
there's a little red microphone button. Let me try this.
There you go.
Now we lost Dale.
Okay, can you speak, Mr. Morrison?
Yes, sir, I can. Sorry about that.
There you go. There you go. Okay, perfect.
We have to find Dale now.
Oh no.
Probably not trying to start his truck.
We're just waiting for Dale to come on, Mr. Morrison, and then we'll begin.
Yes, sir.
They, they lost their internet at their office, so they're trying to fix it. I know. Zoom's great when it works. We'll have to get on its phone.
Judge, is it true you went to South Texas and Houston?
I did.
I'm a graduate from there as well,
I got out in '86.
with Dean Reese.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. Yeah, it was a little different. The tower wasn't open yet.
Okay.
I think it opened up the year we got out.
Got it.
And
Well, I left just before downtown had a revitalization, so I missed that.
well, with Hurricane Harvey, that would revitalize it.
Yeah, that. But before that, they really built it up. Downtown was very different.
Right, they moved the baseball stadium, all that stuff.
Exactly.
I got to law school the day before Hurricane Alicia hit.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we
Did the school flood?
no, but we didn't get to go to orientation and bought our books in the dark and had no power for 10 days. August in Houston is not really a nice place to hang out with no power.
Yeah, I remember rafting down the street, Alicia, but nothing. Our house didn't flood, but the streets were flooded.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
Oh,
Dale,
yeah, they lost internet at their office. He's trying to find a new iPad. Can you tell them to send me the link?
she's sending the link back out to Dale. He has to re-sign on because they lost the internet at their office.
Well, any insight on where TCU is going to land?
It's hard to say. We're probably guessing the Pac-12 or hoping for the Pac-12.
I went to Arizona, so it's a good
Okay.
conference.
I think it'd be a good fit. I mean,
Yeah.
us with maybe Tech and Baylor. I don't know how much room they have out there for teams, but we play Utah all the time. We played Oregon and Stanford and Oregon State recently. So, but somewhere.
It'll be a change.
We've done it before though, so.
Right.
Anything?
I sent it to him. I just sent it just the code to him rather than email it to him.
Yeah, he said, could you send him an email with the link?
I can
just responded to
forward it.
To Dale?
Yeah, I'll forward it right now.
Oh, here we go. He's on.
Okay.
There we go. You're muted. You need to start paying your bills on time.
I'll tell you what, don't anybody get near me today. It's just been one of those days.
All right.
Hopefully I don't have to make any important court decisions.
Well, we'll hear them do this before you leave us again. All right. This is 003-2178-2021. Scott Morrison individually as next friend of NM versus Jeremy Angleton individually as next friend of RA, a minor. And probably got to start with who you are and who you represent.
My name's Jason Borstein. I represent the minor NM.
Okay.
My name is Jade Ashley, and I represent the defendant, Jeremy Angleton, individually and as next friend of RA.
Okay.
Dale Rose, court-appointed guardian ad litem.
And Mr. Morrison, you're here individually, and I think you're the witness for everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who's going to do the prove up?
I mean, I can, that's fine.
Okay. Did you want to call any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to call Scott Morrison.
Okay. If you would raise your right hand and be sworn.
Yes, sir. Let me grab my phone here. Okay, go ahead.
Do you swear or affirm testimony about to give you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would you please introduce yourself, sir?
My name is Scott Morrison.
Mr. Morrison, we're going to use your son's initials, if that's okay. So are you the legal guardian of NM?
Yes, I am.
Are you the next friend of NM?
Meaning?
You as the guardian and representing NM in this lawsuit and settlement.
Yes, I do. Yes, I am.
And is NM a minor child?
Yes.
How old is NM?
9.
Okay. And we're here because of a claim that you brought related to a car crash where NM was injured, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that crash happened on May 23rd, 2020?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you recall what NM's injuries were?
He just got banged around in the car. Minor injuries, just basically very scared and just got banged around on the inside of the car. He did have his seatbelt on, but it was a pretty hard crash. So He got bounced around inside the car.
Was NM treated for his injuries related to the crash?
He did go to the hospital. Yes, sir.
And what is NM's current medical condition as it relates to the crash?
Really not having any more problems from that. He recovered nicely.
Does NM have any future appointments with any doctors related to his injuries from this crash?
No, sir.
And in May of 2020, you contacted our law firm about recovering for NM's injuries, correct?
Yes, sir.
And we were able to settle this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that Miss Angleton had an insurance policy and they made an offer to settle NM's case for $7,000. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you accepted the offer as NM's legal guardian and believe that settlement, that amount is in his best interest.
Yes, I did.
And when you signed up with Frankel and Frankel, we explained the attorney fees would be a third of the recovery.
Yes, sir.
And you assigned a contract with that agreement.
Yes.
Do you understand that as NM's legal guardian, you have a right to trial by jury?
Yes, I do.
And do you understand the terms of the proposed settlement?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that by accepting the settlement, you waive NM's rights to trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
And is it your wish to do that?
Yes, it is.
Have you reviewed the judgment?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Are you in agreement with the terms of that document?
Yes, I am.
Do you understand that NM's case is being settled for $7,000?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that NM's medical expenses will be paid out of that amount?
Yes.
Do you understand that the case expenses and Frankel and Frankel's fee will be paid out of that amount?
Yes.
And do you understand that the remaining money will be placed in the court's registry accruing interest and can be recovered once NM reaches the age of majority?
Yes, I do.
Do you also understand that you had a personal injury protection policy of $2,500?
Yes, I do.
You understand that that money as well will be in the registry of the court?
Yes.
And have you met with NM's guardian ad litem, Dale Rose?
Who's that again, sir?
With Mr. Rose down there, Dale Rose, the guardian ad litem?
Yes.
Okay. And has Dale answered all your questions?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with Dale's performance of his duties?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with the legal work performed by the attorneys of Frankel and Frankel?
Yes, sir, I am.
And do you understand that you don't have to accept this settlement and that you could sue and attempt to get a higher recovery?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that if we went to trial, there's a chance that a jury could award less than $7,000?
Yes.
And do you understand there's a chance a jury could award more than $7,000?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that once the judge approves this settlement, you can no longer bring any claims against any of the defendants named in this lawsuit?
I understand that.
Do you understand that after you settle this case, NM will have no more rights to sue any of the defendants named in this lawsuit for injuries caused by this crash?
I understand that.
Do you believe this settlement is in the best interest of NM?
Yes, I do.
And are you asking the court to approve the settlement?
Yes, I am.
I pass the witness.
Ms. Ashley, do you have any questions?
Just briefly, if I may, Your Honor. Good morning, Mr. Morrison.
Hey, good morning.
You are the biological father of NM, is that correct?
Yes.
And NM's mother is Lakeisha Morrison, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And is she aware of this settlement?
Yes, she is.
And does she agree with this settlement?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have the right, you both have the right to make legal decisions for NM, is that correct?
Yes, we do.
And you have made the decision to accept the settlement of $7,000 on his behalf, is that correct?
We both have. Yes, ma'am.
And you, let's see, I'm sorry, I don't want to be repetitive. You also understand that if there are any medical bills or liens not included in the judgment or the settlement, that you will be responsible for paying those, correct?
Yes, I do. There was a question about, there was one more bill or part of a bill that come through as of yesterday. We had received it, and it had gone to collection against my wife's credit score. So we were just trying to make sure that got taken care of.
Have you given that bill to your attorney in their office?
Yeah. Yeah, we discussed it this morning.
Okay. So that has been addressed by the final judgment. Is that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you understand that this settlement money represents all of the money that the minor will receive as a result of this accident?
Yes, ma'am.
Pass the witness. Thank you.
Guardian Lime, have any questions?
Yes, sir. Mr. Morrison, my name's Dale Rose. You and I had an interview on the phone back on, according to my notes, the 1st of June. Do you
Okay,
recall having a discussion with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at that point, we talked about your son's injuries. We talked about the amount of the recovery, and we talked about the dollars that were going to be distributed from the settlement. Is that correct?
Yes, we did. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And then we determined that the amount that your son was going to have deposited was $4,843.23 total, including the PIP recovery and the liability recovery, correct?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. And we discussed the inability of that amount of money to be put into an annuity based on the rates and the requirements of the insurance companies. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. And because of that, then we talked about that going into just what's called the registry of the court. Do you recall talking about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you understand that the registry of the court essentially means by law that the county is required to hold that money and invest it, but also means that your son's not able to get to that money until he reaches the age of 18. You
Yes,
recall
sir.
that?
I understand that.
Okay. All right. And you asking the court to approve the settlement because it is in the best interest of your son?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you understand the total amount that's going into the registry is that $4,843.23.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'll pass
You
the
bet.
witness.
All right, does the plan for any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
You rest.
Yes.
Does the defense have any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
You rest.
Yes.
And does the guardian ad litem have a report?
I do, Your Honor. I spoke with Mr. Morrison regarding this matter back in June, and I represent to the court. I also had a long telephone interview with the mother and went over the same numbers, and she also informed me that she agreed to the total amounts in our discussion. I know she's unavailable to be here today. We've agreed on a guardian ad litem fee, which is contained in the judgment of $1,850. And based upon my review of the case, the injuries, the recovery, and the conversations with both parents, I would recommend to the court for approval of the settlement as it is in the best interest of the minor.
And based on the testimony and the evidence that's been presented, I do believe that this settlement is in the best interest of the child, and I will approve the settlement and sign it once we get it into our queue. I see it in front of me. We just don't have it in the queue yet, but I'll be signing it today. I hope so. Good luck to everybody. Thank y'all.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Sorry
Thanks,
for the
guys.
delay.
All right. See you later.